most agents, Glenn, they know what's happening. Good agents understand what's happening, but great agents can explain to you what's happening.
I knew it.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
The good news is mortgage rates have dropped for the 5th week in a row, people. That's a good thing. Dropping mortgage rates, that gives you more buying power. Another thing, competition is slowly picking up. Showing traffic on houses now is up to pre-pandemic numbers. That's the number of people who have interest in a house on average. That number's up, so your competition is up a little bit. But you know what? Despite mortgage rates reaching a 23-year high, low inventory levels are still spurring strong competition. The depleted inventory, Glenn, and you and I have talked about that on numerous occasions.
Yes.
They're gradually recovering. The inventory is slowly recovering. Price appreciation is just about slowed down to a snail pace, okay? And demand is resilient. So if you price a house right, it'll move quick, okay? Did you hear me, sellers? Price it right, it'll move quick. The average number of offers received on the most recent sales are about 2.5. We get about 2.5 offers per transaction now. That's down considerably from just a year ago. Okay, we down to 2.5 now. The average listing account since 2017 is still going down. Okay, now the last few months we've been up with the number of listings, but compared to last year overall, the listings are down. For instance, in Florida, the national average for houses increase in inventory was 7%, 0.7%. In Florida, we had a 22% increase in inventory. That's right. We had a 22% increase in inventory year over year, people. And that's good news for you. So the top 5 reasons that sellers sold, I thought that was pretty interesting when I was going through my year-end statistics, Glenn. What do you think is the number 1 reason why sellers sold a home? I'm going to put you on the class. Ding, 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 ding.
Why sellers sold? Because it looked good.
No. Why sellers sold now? Ding, 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 ding.
Curb appeal.
Oh. That's
the same thing.
You got the buyer's head cap on. Put your seller's cap on. Top 5 reasons why sellers sold.
Why sellers sold. Price.
Okay. Price. Okay. Well, the number 1 reason that sellers sold is they wanted to move close to friends or family. That's the number 1
I see what you're saying.
That's the number 1 reason.
Why they want to move out.
Move out.
Yes.
The number 2 motivation was moving due to retirement.
Yes, sir.
The number 3 was job location. Okay? A number 4 was a substantial, what we call a lifestyle change. Marriage, divorce, or more children. Okay.
All of these make sense.
All of those make sense. Those are the top 5 reasons that sellers say. Now, knowing that information gives you a little bit more bargaining power. You know what? A false belief that most buyers have is 1 in 4 still believe prices will depreciate. But they've been thinking that now for 2 years, 3 years, that the price is going to go down.
Yeah, they're going to come down.
The prices are going to stabilize, but it will be a while before they come down. Why? Because you still got too much interest in the housing market. You still got too many people that are interested in getting involved in purchasing a home from you. Okay. Hey, so that kind of gives you a good overview of what's happening in the marketplace, what to look forward to in the coming months. And one of the things that I tell people to do is, number 1, get educated. If you had never purchased a home before, it's been a while since you purchased a home, take your first-time home buyer class. My top 2 organizations are Help CDC over in Edenville and Hands of Central Florida. Either one of those 2 organizations would do a great job for you in counseling and getting you ready for home ownership. And the major part of getting ready for home ownership, Glenn, you know what it is.
What's that?
It's getting that credit score ready.
Why and how?
You know what? You gotta get that credit score ready. You know, most people, they start out, well, why do I need a good credit score? What are the benefits of a good credit score? And this I'm speaking now to not just homeowners. I'm speaking to just everybody in listening ear. Good credit score is a great benefit. Okay, I got a partner whose credit score is 820. He get free cruises. Okay, he get free,
Because of his credit score?
Because he cruises, but his credit score is so high.
Yeah,
he gets free cruises. They invite him back on. He get discounted cruises.
Wow.
You know, and so like for instance, you get better rates on your car insurance. High credit score, you get better rates on your car insurance. That can put thousands of dollars in your pocket every year. You can save on your homeowner's insurance because you got higher credit scores. Guess what else? You qualify for lower credit card interest. I know people who have high credit scores, Glenn. Do you know how they funded their Christmas?
How?
With a 0 interest credit card. One person had a 0 interest credit card that was good for 18 months.
0 interest.
So they funded their Christmas, kept their money
right
in the bank in their CD, earning interest, and they let the credit card fund their Christmas, and they're gonna pay it off over the next 12 months with 0 interest. That's how you work the system.
That will improve my credit score?
That's one of the benefits of having a great credit score.
Okay.
Is you get 0 interest credit cards, and you can use them, and you can manipulate the system. And you think about it, you get ready to go on a cruise. And you say, well, I could pay for it. I could pull money out of my bank account, out of my savings, and do it that way right there. Or I could put it on a 0 interest credit card and pay it off in 6 months. It's not going to cost me anything. Let my money work for me. If I'm getting 4-5% interest on it, let it stay there getting that interest and use the 0 interest credit card. So not only will it get you lower credit card interest, you'll get approved for higher credit limits. You know, just because you got great credit scores, they will bring up the amount that they allow you to borrow, because they see that you're a good steward. And most people can't, if you're in the 800s, you can continue to stay in the 800s, you know? You might drop down a little bit here and there, but not much. You know, another thing is, you get utility services more easily. They pull up your
with the higher credit score,
and they see you 800, they don't even ask for no deposit. How do I know? Because I flip houses. When I give them my information, they pull it up. Oh, there'll be no deposit necessary, Mr. Bing. Well, why, thank you. Okay, well, thank you. You get utility services more easily. You know what? You can get a cell phone without prepaying to make a security deposit. Okay? It's all of these things that help you in addition.
It's a great benefit.
Yeah, that's a benefit. You look better to new employees. Employees pull your credit score, people. And if they see that you got a 520 credit score, they know that you're not good handling money. They might not want to put you around it.
So it's real important to improve your credit score. It's real important
to improve
your credit score.
Your credit score. So even like when you're buying a house, your interest rate goes down when you get to 670, 640. That's a good range to be in. 670 is a good 640. So 740 is a good range to be in.
We can be intentional about improving it.
Yeah, and don't wait until you're ready to buy a house. That's why I say I'm speaking to Central Florida. I'm not just speaking to Central Florida home buyers or home sellers. You see what I mean? This is just something that you as an individual need to work on. And by goodness, when you get to the good range, 740 to 799, everything becomes cheaper. Guess what? A car payment becomes cheaper. Because you got what? A great credit score. You know when it used to be in the paper and they have all of them ads on TV and you look down at the bottom and they got that nice print down there.
Yes.
720 credit scores or higher.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And you going down there running down there with that 550 thinking nah, baby, you gonna need that 720 credit score to get that 0 interest payment on that car, people. You know what? And there is no single cutoff. Lenders are going to use scores like FICO scores to help make their lending decisions. And each lender has its own strategy, including the level of risk they find acceptable. There is no single cutoff used by all the lenders and there are many additional factors they take into account. Now, I can tell you when you're buying a house and you're seeking down payment, the lowest interest rate for a down payment program is 620. You got to have a 620 to get in the game if you want down payment assistance. Okay? Now, you've heard us talking about stacking programs. That's where you put one program on top of another program. You need to be that person in that 670 and 700 and up range. Then you might stand a chance of stacking programs where they give you one program $35,000 and give you another program for $15,000. All of a sudden you're looking at $50,000. Okay? So your interest rate is important, people. Your payment history is important. Your debt amount relative to your credit limits is important. The number of credit applications you make, all of those things are important, people. We want you to be prepared for 2024. We want you to save some money. We want you to get more in 24, people. It's just that simple, people. Hey, this is Harry Bing, your radio realtor.